Welcome to The Longlist, a podcast that celebrates movies and other pop culture through the storied art of rankings. No wrong answers, no bad opinions, hot takes, and courage. I'm Jack Muller, and today I'm with my brother Josh, as well as a very special guest, one of my closest friends, Dr. Kyle Jackson.
That's so cool.
Am I allowed to say that now?
Oh, yeah.
Officially?
It's, I guess, my first public appearance as a doctor.
Love it.
Wow.
Glad to be here.
We're making history, if you will.
Congratulations also. Oh, yes. We're making a history.
I jumped the gun there.
No, you're good. Today's episode is about history on film, historical films. I called the episode History on Film. That might be a little confusing.
That's fine. The lines are blurred. It's fine.
Cool.
You're great.
We're talking about historical films.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Kyle. We met 2005, probably around then.
20 years ago.
You were a sophomore in high school. I was a freshman. I would say it was probably ragtime of how we first officially met.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that was like day one that we had to do auditions. Kyle and I were very active in our school's theater program, as was Josh when he was in high school.
I'm a lot older than you.
Yeah,
guys, so.
yeah. But you still
never
still
crossed
had the
paths.
same
Ships in the night.
You still had the same teachers in the theater program,
definitely.
the same leaders, if
Definitely.
you will. Anyways, and so we, both auditioned for Ragtime.
I actually did an audition. I was drafted late.
Wow.
I was not fully immersed in the drama world, and then they
came
needed
and got
more
you.
guys in the chorus because Ragtime is a huge show with like 50 people in the chorus. And so at spring break, they drafted us secretly in the dead of night, taught us all the choreography and the songs, and then we just showed up at rehearsal. And the director, Mr. Colas, is like, I noticed a few new faces up there. That's great. Or like whatever. So I was
And
drafted
you hadn't
in late.
worked with him yet. You did it
No.
with Mizzo, our other teacher.
Yeah, I had auditioned for another show that I wound up backing out of because I was shy or whatever, freaked out. Anyways, that's a good foreshadowing, though. Ragtime may come up in this conversation.
I was nice.
like it.
Nice tie-in, everybody.
It's a great musical.
Great musical, pretty good movie too.
All right. Kyle, you've been an avid listener of this pod since its inception.
Since the
And
High Fives days.
Since the High Fives days, yes. Good callback.
God.
Much appreciated. You send us your lists all the time, which is great. Always give us your feedback, share your hot takes. Kyle, you are pretty unmatched in my friend group as far as people with hot takes.
Well, I don't see as many movies as you guys, so I'm an aspiring cinephile. So I think, I will stand by my opinions, but they're not as informed as your guys'. So then they might appear hot because it's like, if I'm saying Walk Hard, a Dewey Cox story is the best movie of the early 2000s. And
That's a good movie.
It didn't make either of your lists.
That's
True.
It would
didn't
be
even
number one
come
for
up.
me. So
A little short-sighted on our part. I'd say.
Yeah. We're compiling a list of movies we didn't get to on that pod. Actually, you compiled a really good list.
I did.
Yeah,
gave
you
us
sent us a list. I was like, damn, there's a lot of good ones here. And
Yeah.
some that I disagree with, but we don't have to get into that.
Yeah, we could. As we said earlier, you just completed your PhD program.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
thanks.
Long time coming.
Yeah,
From Cal Berkeley, I should say.
that's right.
Go Bears.
I remember you were making the decision between Berkeley and
NYU.
NYU. That's what it was. And we were all waiting on pins and needles, and you went Berkeley. We were pretty stoked. Anything you want to address in that time?
No, I mean, grad school was good to me. It's nice to be done. Nice to be moving on to the next stage of life as a historian, wherever that may lead me.
Now's probably a good time for you to just kind of tell the peeps what your dissertation was.
Yeah.
Of what your focus.
Yeah, I studied the 19th century, the 1800s, and I guess my focus is U.S. in the world, or U.S. and the world. My dissertation was about New Orleans in the 19th century and its engagement around the greater Caribbean, Latin America, and Cuba, and sort of the economic connections, its involvement in military projects around the Circum-Caribbean, sort of tracing the evolution of U.S. Latin American relations through the prism of this one city that was sort of on the front lines of both the encroachment of U.S. empire and the emergence of American capitalism. And so it's a very dynamic city, as anyone who's ever been there knows. It's a very international city, but there's also a lot of really interesting history of people moving in and out of it and trying to reorient United States development and Latin American development sort of towards this Gulf space. And that's what the dissertation broadly looks at.
That sounds really cool, and I also don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, just to simplify it a little bit, like, basically it goes from the Texas Revolution, like the 1830s with the Alamo and all that, up to the Mexican Revolution, which is like the 1910s to 1920, like Pancho Villa and Emiliano Zapata and such. And so it kind of looks at how actors in the Gulf South, in New Orleans, tried to develop a space for American empire in the Gulf Caribbean, which they considered sort of to be part of their imperial domain. And it's kind of an extension of the manifest destiny idea that you may have learned about. But it's also kind of an origin story for a different type of global capitalism that emerged over the 19th century.
Did your love for New Orleans help you land on choosing that as like your vessel of talking about this time? Or did that come afterwards?
It kind of came afterwards. I mean, I came to the topic through collaborating with a professor in undergrad who was working on connections between Freemasons in the Gulf of Mexico in the early 19th century. And so why are these Freemasons in Veracruz and Havana and New Orleans all connected? Well, it turns out in the colonial and post-colonial Americas, it really helped to have friends across boundaries, across national borders, across colonial borders. And so that's what kind of drew me into the space. And I originally was going to do a project on like pirates and smuggling in the Gulf of Mexico. And then the more I looked, the more I realized this is a long-term story where the piracy and the smuggling kind of leads to this mercenary environment where people are raising armies to try to conquer parts of Mexico, like Texas, parts of Cuba, like there's these famous expeditions in the 1850s, like Nicaragua, the William Walker expeditions, also in the 1850s. And all of these sort of imperial movements all had major components or were headquartered in New Orleans. And so what did it mean for a city to be kind of on the front lines, like on the frontier, if you will, which is, you know, as all historians know, is a very problematic and loaded term.
Sure.
But essentially the western frontier and the southern frontier of the United States in the 19th century, it meant that it was a very dynamic geopolitical space where there's a lot going on and people were trying to use the strategic position of New Orleans to their own ends.
I love New Orleans.
Awesome.
Yeah, and through the
notes.
through the project and through doing a lot of research, that's how I really fell in love with New Orleans and spending a lot of time there on research trips and such.
That's super cool.
Pretty excellent city. I've only been there once, I think for like 4 days. It's one of those places that you go and you like.
Yeah.
You feel the vibe. Like it just feels different when you're there. Also physically because it's super
Hot and
super
humid.
muggy.
Yeah. Can drink
But,
outside.
Yeah, can drink outside. I went during Halloween.
I've never been.
We got to get you out there.
I know. It's one of those things that I'm sorry. I just totally hijacked your story.
No.
Don't bring the kids.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Well, now it's harder and harder to do that these days, but they're getting older and they're like, we want to go too. I'm like, chill out. But yeah, I've never been. I've always wanted to go, even just for like a long weekend and experience some of the, live music and
For sure.
restaurant scene.
Honestly, would kind of recommend.
Becky would love to see the architecture,
the Halloween vibe because it gets spooky. It's cool. It's awesome. Kyle, as a historian, how do you go about viewing films based on historic moments or periods of time? How do you feel about the accuracy versus storytelling?
That was a question I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
It's
If the film is inaccurate, does it matter?
Well, I think I'm the target audience for historical films, and like in some ways,
True.
that's how I've, have gotten so interested in it as an academic subject, was being really into watching movies or reading, Tintin books back in the day.
Nice.
Or historical fiction, I think, is a really fun and compelling way to get kids and adults hooked on being interested in history. So I have no qualms about movies that are too inaccurate or take liberties with things. I think where it can be a little misleading is if it's a story that's supposedly based on a true story and they bend details that really alter things.
Yeah.
And especially when they're done really well and you think it's super accurate, and then you look on the Wikipedia, like Chernobyl, for instance, which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
Loved that miniseries.
Oh, you're gonna ruin it for me.
But then you look it up, and there's a lot of storytelling decisions that were made that kind of changed who the main character was and how the whole thing went down in ways that, when I finished watching it, I thought okay, now I understand what happened at Chernobyl. And then I read up, I was like, oh wait, actually I don't.
No.
Well, I think that's the times that I like the least. What is when it doesn't really feel like it, it feels like if they had done it accurately, I would have still gotten the same thing. I don't know. It didn't serve the story purpose at all. Did you notice? I don't know the facts that are wrong, but did you notice do you understand why they made the decisions?
No, it's just story arc stuff, right? You want the guy who is the main character in the show to be the main character in the climactic moment or whatever, even if that's not necessarily the case in reality. And so there's things like that I think that history is messy and it doesn't always fit a narrative arc as well as a screenwriter or a director might want it to. I think leaning into the messiness is productive. But you can only run so many chyrons at the end to actually explain what happened, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%.
It's definitely a case-by-case scenario.
Yeah.
I don't have a formula. Sometimes it bothers me and sometimes it doesn't. And it's just it when you see it. If you feel like you've intentionally been misled and they're propping up this film as this is what happened, well, yeah, that's going to bother me. But if they're just trying to tell a fun story and they have to change the timing of certain things or aggregate a character or whatever, that doesn't always bother me. And again, it's a case-by-case scenario.
Yeah, I think when the rest of the movie when the movie presents itself as a very accurate movie, and then you find out that it's not, it's that sucks because you could have just told me what happened. But when it's
maybe it's not an
in
interesting
any sort
movie.
of way. What?
I said, but maybe it's not an interesting movie that way.
Then
I don't
why
know.
would they be telling the story? Or maybe you need to find a better, endpoint or
MacGuffin.
thesis.
Yeah.
Or, the point of telling your story. Maybe it's not right if you're changing the history of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But sometimes it serves. I think of something like Steve Jobs. I know it's kind of random, but they, do 3 different releases of his, the scene is broken up into 3 different releases of his products. My bad.
Right.
And the whole of all of his story takes place in these one-day stories of this release, which clearly didn't happen. But that's how they're doing it. You're going to get all this information.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
That doesn't bother me.
Did you see that Ashton Kutcher Steve Jobs movie?
I didn't, but he looks hella like him.
He wants to be him.
That's true, but it's so bad. I mean, I only watched the first 20 minutes, but there's a whole extended acid trip scene that's the worst psychedelic depiction I've ever seen on film. Anyways, that's beside the point.
Not going to make the list.
No.
It's pretty bad.
Also, just for a point, I'm bringing up something to the judge here. I almost exclusively did not do biopics in any of my lists.
I didn't really think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well,
You purposely didn't do biopics?
Well, if I was debating between something, I left biopics off. Just
I left musical biopics off for the most part.
Okay.
Well, just because that's
which ones?
Dewey Cox.
Well, actually, that We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just as a point of emphasis on I'm bringing up.
Oh, you meant musical. You meant like based off of musicians. I thought you meant like a musical.
No.
Got it.
There's a couple of musicals. In there.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry.
Anyway, I just throwing that out there.
Well, we
Figure I'd let it
could
make
talk about this now. We also agreed not to do documentaries beforehand.
Yeah.
The three of us discussed this, and we shied away from westerns.
Right, because we
wanna
already
hear-
talked about westerns on a different podcast.
/ you could go down a whole thing with westerns. I get why. Yeah.
So these
got two
categories are already too big. So.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, I'm ready. We're gonna kind of lead into a little fun intro top 5 that I presented to you, gentlemen. For our first list, we decided that we're going to do top 5 films that we think Kyle would watch to get him stoked for his very complex dissertation that neither of us understand.
That means I haven't got my elevator pitch down.
No. I get it. I don't think my films are going to, especially after
We should clarify, these aren't necessarily movies we think Kyle will watch, but movies that we are getting excited to get into his area of expertise.
When you guys read my 420-page dissertation, this is how you'll get into it.
100%.
I'm halfway through.
And then Kyle's going to give us his real list, which I'm actually excited about. And those are the ones I'm going to watch probably.
I'm pretty sure I got the exact 5.
I also didn't.
Actually, I did 6.
One of them's not even a historical movie. I hope that doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought about going that. Okay, I got 7.
Let's hear it.
7?
Let's hear what you
All
got.
right, Josh. Sorry, we're not letting you go first, Kyle, but that's the point of this one. So.
Okay, if we're not including history movies, my first one is Deja Vu. Is that what you ordered?
Damn it!
You gotta stop letting me go first. Deja Vu.
I thought I had a lock on nobody bringing up Deja Vu.
Oh man, I had that from the beginning. Tony Scott, just excellent action movie.
It's a
with
New
Denzel
Orleans.
Washington. It's a New Orleans movie.
It's probably
Sorry.
my favorite New Orleans. Well, one of my favorite New Orleans movies.
It's really good and it's fun and
It's a
not
weird
a historic movie.
What's it even about? It's like
they can manipulate time. They can manipulate time to go backwards and
they're like it's like a time travel movie almost.
sort of.
Love a time travel movie.
Yeah.
But it's told like it's totally real and like it's just like
It's
a Tony
technology. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess all time
technology.
travel is technology. But I don't know. I can't exactly remember. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's Denzel, it's Tony Scott, and it's a fun action movie.
Yeah.
All right, back to the real list. So I'm less confident about this one. I'm pretty sure, I'm 65% sure this is a Mexican Revolution movie, and that is The Wild Bunch, which is it is a Western, but it's really violent, really awesome. Pretty sure it's in the Mexican Revolution, so I went with that. Number 5. Don't love the movie, but I'm going on vibes here, and I did Interview with a Vampire, which is old school New Orleans. Why are you laughing?
I thought about it.
Okay.
I thought about putting that one on there.
It's Interview with a Vampire. Pretty very 90s movie. We'll just say that. Number 4, I have Princess and the Frog, a movie I do really like. Is not quite in the time frame that we're talking about, but certainly in New Orleans. Number 3, I begrudgingly put Benjamin Button, and I don't want to talk about Benjamin Button.
I didn't even put Benjamin Button on this list. I actually kind of forgot about it.
Well, it's a New Orleans movie. Takes on a long.
Oh, you went? Did you go all New Orleans?
Predominantly, yes.
Okay, cool.
Number 2, I did 12 Years a Slave, which I think is probably, at least according to my list, probably hitting his wheelhouse of area expertise most on the nose. And number 1, again, just for vibes, this is not a New Orleans movie, but I did Raiders of the Lost Ark because I want to get into the history. And obviously, that is not an accurate portrayal of archaeologists, so far as I know, but who's to say? I'm not one, and I want to watch that movie a lot.
Kyle, how do you feel about Indiana Jones?
I love Indiana Jones. I've always been a fan of Indiana Jones.
Hard not to be.
Oh, yeah. And, I've been definitely thought that it made being an academic look pretty cool. I mean, for a professor to be able to like loot antiquities at will. No, it belongs in a museum. It belongs in a museum.
So do you.
But actually, I'm glad you brought it up. I recently just played through the Indiana Jones video game that came out like 6 months ago.
Looks pretty good.
It's called Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's fantastic.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. It's really fun. It's very like exactly what you would want from an Indiana Jones game. There's like puzzles and you're in all sorts of cool exotic locales and you have to take pictures of famous statues and it's awesome.
Good graphics.
Fantastic graphics. I just got the new Xbox or whatever and it's
one of
it's
us.
worth the play. It's worth a play.
Also, to the makers of the Indiana Jones video games, we'd be happy to sponsor. We'd happy to get a sponsor for our podcast.
And I will just say, just quickly to add that, you know, I do love historical movies, but in recent years especially, I think the level of fun and historical accuracy and detail and learning that's possible through video games, historic video games like Assassin's Creed, Red Dead Redemption 2, many others is really fantastic, and it's one of the ways I've been interacting with historical media the most.
Good call.
All right, so my top 5 for Kyle's dissertation. Number 5, I did Deja Vu.
Hell yeah.
Stole that one from me. Number 4, I did The Rum Diaries.
Oh.
A little Cuba action, a writer.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, you know, there's some good partying in there.
Forgot about that movie.
And don't totally remember what he's investigating in that movie. Anyways, that's my number 4. Number 3, I did The Revenant.
Okay.
Around the same time period.
Sure.
Coming over. I don't know. Number 2, and
Fur
I know.
Trade?
Yeah, Fur Trade. There you go. Right on the money. I don't know what I'm talking about. I should have been more confident with The Revenant.
I did Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, true. Number 2, I did Master and Commander ? I mean, I think that they're doing trade routes. It's a great movie. It's around the same time. It is England, but still works.
That movie's going to come up a few times.
I know,
think.
and that was and number 1, I did Pirates of the Caribbean.
Thought about it.
Locked that one down. Sub maybe Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, the third one, because
that movie's so bad.
low-key
Yeah.
a banger.
The worst.
That might be my hottest take. This should have probably been on a list we made in some other thing, but at World's End, okay. I'll just say one thing about it. There
We're
are
barely
sequels where
listening.
you're just like watching the same movie over and over again. It's like, why are we even doing this now? And then there are sequels like this where they go into Davy Jones' locker and everything's all white and like you have no idea what's going on and he's like gone crazy and there's abstract sequences and they go through Singapore and it's all like all the production design in Singapore was really cool. And
Yeah.
That wasn't the second one?
I'm pretty sure I'm with Kyle.
I think that was the second one.
I think it was too. I'm not 100%. But the Pirates sequels are not super committed to memory.
No.
But I think you're right.
yeah, I'm over
Also
it.
not great.
I'm not going to die on that hill.
Okay, great.
Well, that's those are really great lists.
Don't patronize us.
No. I've only
I was
seen.
watching his face during all of it. He actually seemed a little intrigued by a
Yeah.
couple of our answers.
I mean, to be honest, I've only seen like 2 or 3 of those 10 movies, so
Okay.
I got a lot of work to do.
There you go.
The one I most want to see is The Revenant, which I have not.
Oh,
Which is a big omission for me, but
Skip it.
yeah, I'd be interested to hear your take on that. I like literally going into this, I was like, I wonder if Kyle likes The Revenant or not. I have no idea.
We already
Because
heard.
I can never tell if you're gonna like a movie or not.
Just skip it.
We already heard Josh trash it on the Leo
No,
episode.
I went a little heavy-handed. It's a good movie. Just should be shorter.
I think you would love it.
I think I would too. All right. Well, those are great. I'm going to go in a slightly different direction. So, number 5, I have The Beguiled. Did y'all see that one?
I
no.
have not seen this movie.
It's directed by Sofia Coppola.
Okay.
And the basic plot, if I remember it, is it's on like a southern plantation during the Civil War where the men are away at war.
Yeah.
And the war's going badly. And so it's just the women left at home.
Mm-hmm.
And a Union soldier, a wounded Union soldier, who I forget who plays him, but he's hunky. He's like a handsome, strapping young gentleman, shows up on their door. And these Southern women nurse the Yankee soldier back to health. But it's really all about like sexual tension and kind of grappling with interpersonal dynamics during wartime, where it's they're hosting the enemy essentially.
Yeah.
But it's a really good movie.
That sounds
I
good.
think Kirsten Dunst Sofia Coppola favorite.
Nicole
is in it.
Kidman, Elle Fanning.
Oh, is Kirsten Dunst in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You nailed it.
Who's the guy?
The first guy showing up is Wayne Perret. Looks like a French name. Don't recognize him. Hang on, I'll get it eventually.
Well, it's a good movie, and I don't know, it gives you a real sense of that sort of faded Southern grandeur.
Oh, is it Colin Farrell?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder why he didn't show up immediately on the Google search. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Never seen it.
So that's
All
number
right.
5. Number 4, I honestly don't remember this movie being particularly good, but there is a South American film, I can't remember if it's Colombia or Venezuela that produced it, called The Liberator. That's about Simón Bolívar.
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah.
sort of figurehead of the many of the Spanish-American independence wars that took place right before my dissertation begins, and sort of sets you up for this Pan-American dream that's kind of in the backdrop of my dissertation. So that gives you a real sense of what those wars were like. Yeah, again, I think it's kind of melodramatic and cheesy maybe, but it's also like very like high budget and was a big deal in its country of origin.
What year was that, roughly?
Like 2012 or something. Okay. I think we watched
2013, you got it. And
Yeah.
it was a Spanish-Venezuelan film. There you go.
Yeah, I think we taught it in a class that I was a TA for, unlike modern Latin American history. Anyway, so that's an interesting movie. Number 3 is a movie I bet you guys have never heard of called Walker.
That is correct.
So Walker, in preparation for this podcast, I was like, well, I wonder if there's a William Walker biopic, because William Walker is the most famous of these guys they called filibusters, who were not to be confused with like the Senate filibuster. Filibusters were basically guys who raised private armies to try to conquer parts of Latin American territory and get them annexed to the United States. And there were a bunch of these expeditions in the mid-19th century, and most of them were based out of New Orleans. And William Walker was the only one who kind of had a successful filibuster, at least temporarily, where he became president of Nicaragua for 3 years, 1855 to 1857. And so this is, I went to look at, I thought maybe like in the 1940s there would have been a biopic of him. This is 1987, Ed Harris starring as
Harris.
William Walker.
I'm looking at the poster. It looks like a good one.
Joe Strummer of The Clash did the score.
Cool.
Oh.
What is it like?
It is unhinged. I just watched it. It's very like surreal. There's weird like intentional anachronisms. Like they're reading People magazine with his face on the cover. There's a helicopter that shows up. It's totally insane. But
Helicopter?
yes, again, this is 1857.
Yes,
It's a really weird movie, but it's kind of cool.
Sounds great.
And
You're speaking my language right now.
I looked it up and on like
Sounds like
Wikipedia.
deja vu.
And apparently, like the director never worked again. He was like blacklisted in Hollywood because this movie was too crazy, I guess.
I've never heard of this
Are
movie.
you sure it wasn't for some actual political reason or something?
He claimed it was because he was too much
See,
of an
this sounds like a
auteur.
movie in which not telling the story accurately would work.
Yeah, right.
Those sort of movies I like.
We
Yeah.
like helicopters in those movies.
Yeah, so that is a really weird one. It's a hidden gem, I guess. You can rent it on Amazon or whatever. Number 2, I had 12 Years a Slave, which does take place in Louisiana in the 1850s, and is a very moving movie. I had some issues with the script, but it's a good film, and it's based on a real first-hand account of someone who was a free black person who was kidnapped and enslaved.
Great acting all around.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's a really good
acting.
movie. It's
Kind
a
of a tough sit. Like it's not
Yeah.
like one you want to rewatch a bunch of times. At least I don't want to rewatch a bunch of times. It was a really affecting movie. Very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. And my brief little aside is that when I saw it in theaters in LA, Stevie Wonder was sitting in front of me.
Wow. What?
What?
Yes, he had a guy whispering in his ear,
Oh,
like
jeez.
telling him stuff. But it was
Disrupting the movie.
Yeah.
it was a big deal when it came out.
I'm
And
not telling Stevie Wonder to have his guy to stop talking. Not gonna be me.
oh yeah, I mean it was like, oh shit, that's Stevie Wonder. There's only one Stevie Wonder. He looks like
Yeah,
Stevie
yeah.
Wonder,
Oh, there he is.
and he's blind, and there's a guy saying it to his ear. Anyway, so that was a cool celeb spotting in the old LA days.
That's cool.
And then number 1 is also one I bet you guys haven't heard of, called Jezebel, from I think the 1940s, black and white, and it takes place in the 1850s in New Orleans. There's like kind of a plantation family. that lives in the city, and then they go off to the plantation upriver to escape a yellow fever epidemic. But then they get called back into the city, and things happen. But it's a good look, I think, into sort of the Southern gentry and the politics of honor and the yellow fever epidemics that were a staple of New Orleans life in the 19th century. So that's a good one for you black and white film heads.
It came up on my list of
I saw it come
films
up
to
when I
research,
was
but
researching.
I didn't totally get there. Is William Wilder Billy
Walker.
Wilder?
No, William Walker. Oh, you're saying Billy Wilder directed Jezebel?
No, William Wyler.
Oh.
Not Wilder. I was going to say, is that Billy Wilder? No, but he did Mrs. Miniver and The Best Years of Our Lives.
Very interesting.
And Ben-Hur? Wait, this can't be right.
This guy's Mr. History, Mr. Historical Drama over here.
Yeah, he won the Academy Awards for all those movies. Good movies.
Well, Jezebel is also a good movie.
Okay,
Cool.
put it on the list.
Noted.
That's
Good
awesome.
list.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
I've only seen one of those movies.
there you go. And I would say, and people have told me this about my topic, that the topic is kind of ripe for a movie or a mini series.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of these
Let's do it.
that have not. Yeah, that's right. A lot of this ground has not necessarily been well covered, and New Orleans in general, a
Yes.
little underrepresented in history and in
100%.
film.
Don't know why.
A lot of different cultures and characters around in that area. A lot of
Yeah.
different.
Every era, it's got something crazy going on with
Yeah.
it historically. Good job, everyone. So we kind of threw around a bunch of different ideas of how we were going to go about this. Kyle, you were not adamant, like in a gnarly way, but you were,
He suggested as the expert.
you suggested as the historian that we do it chronologically. And we also kind of agreed to just kind of go for it as far as making the lists and putting whatever movies you feel like represented the time in the way that you wanted. So I think we're going to be, talking about period pieces that are fictional, and we're going to be talking about specific moments, like quick little moments or big grand ideas. They're all going to go into each era, and we're going to go through all the eras in chronological order.
Yeah.
We're going to have a couple other fun little ones in there too. And a couple at the end. But yeah, we're kind of just going to go for it. Before we do, really fast, I kind of made a brief little categorical breakdown in my head. I did a list of 5 different types of history movies. You've got films about historical events,
Yes.
plain and simple. Lincoln, Selma, very brief moments, straightforward storytelling for the most part. You've got films about fictional stories taking place in historical moments, like specific historical moments, something like Titanic, Saving Private Ryan, Dunkirk? Question mark.
That's not fixed. Well, I guess
is that guy actually
you mean like
exist?
the main character who has like 9 lines in the whole movie?
Yeah.
I don't know if
That
he
I don't know.
exists.
I'm pretty sure that's fictional. I think it's all fictional because it's supposed to represent just like England,
Yeah.
in
No,
different
no.
ways.
I
Films that take place in the past telling fictional stories, just period pieces. Do you have any preferences off the rip?
No, but I'll say within those, I give special consideration to historical fiction that was written in the time period or by someone who lived through the time period. So like Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, like she's a firsthand witness of that period. So it's different than someone in 1990 writing about 1805 or whatever. So I think those to me are a little bit closer to the spirit of a true historical movie.
I like that. I don't know if I have those distinctions in my head too much. But
Yeah,
do
I
now.
don't know that I do either, especially because, like, if you look at even the different depictions of, like you mentioned, Little Women, like the one from the 90s is very different than the one that's released now. The material is the same, but the way it's told is
one
very
is straightforward. And the other.
I want someone...
I also didn't say my last one. I only said 4. Sorry. The last one I have is films that tell historical events intentionally, inaccurately, over dramatized,
Oh,
a retelling.
yeah. As a
like
historian...
Inglourious Bastards, Marie Antoinette. I said Steve Jobs already.
How do you feel about those as a historian?
Fine. I mean, you might call it like speculative fiction or
Yeah.
something. I mean, Marie Antoinette is based on real events.
No, yeah, that one doesn't really work.
It's
there,
stylized.
but it's stylized. She's wearing
the
like tennis
aesthetic-
shoes and,
yeah,
and
the
things like
aesthetic
that.
is a little bit different, but
Or like
but-
Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Walker, a new classic.
I certainly love a mix of all of these. I don't really have preference. If it works, it works. I think that's kind of where we were all agreeing.
Yeah, the one I would add that I, considered when I was doing this and I mostly shied away from is movies that I call like time capsules, which are movies that were made at the time about history at the time that are still really good representations of the time. So like the number one example for me is like Casablanca.
Right.
Like to me, that's like the best World War II movie, but it came out like during or immediately
Like, it was
after World War
contemporary
II.
at the time, yeah.
So it doesn't really have the distance of a retrospective, and so that's like a slightly different thing to me. Or like Easy Rider as like kind of a a representation of the '60s. And so it's not that I didn't consider those, and they might appear on some of these lists, but I mostly stuck to movies that were looking back.
Yeah.
Then again, isn't that what you were saying earlier, as far as like having a representation of that time written, but like the Jane Austen point you made.
Yeah.
But now this is for film, I guess, down the line.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Well, I think he was just saying he just strayed from it from the list. He still likes those movies,
Yeah.
but just tried. That's kind of like my thing with biopics. I tried not to use them. They're going to come up at some points, but I think he was.
The one other thing I'll say that historians always say about history books or history articles is that inevitably all history and all films are shaped by the time in which they are made, regardless of what time they're talking about. So that's something that I think is both interesting to always consider and like very revealing. And so some of the movies that were made in different time periods where there were different social issues at hand, that shaped how the director chose to depict something that might have happened 300 or 2,000 years ago.
Right.
And
That's
some
sort
of
of
the
like an allegory for what we're kind of going through in the current times.
And, the sort of necessary caveat associated with that is like some of these movies are problematic or have negative stereotypes of different types of people or really humor that wouldn't pass muster in today's sensibilities. And so to me, I tried to, take those things into consideration while also appreciating some of these older movies for what they did at the time.
100%. I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the Western pod. Sometimes you go back and you watch something where an indigenous person is portrayed extremely insensitively, and it's like, boy, this is tough to watch. You do have to consider when it was made, and you can still appreciate certain things about something, even other things about it might be problematic, and that's just the choice for every viewer.
Yep, totally. All right, let's do our first era, and then we'll take a break after that.
Sounds great.
First era is ancient films. Ancient era. Ancient, what do I say?
Films about the ancient world.
Thank you. Films about the ancient world.
Thank you, Doctor.
I think we all did top fives.
Yeah.
Kyle,
I mean,
why
I
don't you,
have like 8, but
Kyle, why don't you
All right.
take us away?
I'll go with
Any thoughts on this list before going into it?
yes, actually, here's what I found, and once I thought about it, it kind of made sense. The movies that qualify for this list are either really old or post Gladiator, and there's a big gap in between. So like, Gladiator was super popular, and then people started making these movies over again, but or movies like it. But there's not a whole lot.
Not a
in there
rich
that aren't-
text of varieties either. It's just kind of like you get, well, we'll see. We'll see in our list.
We'll get the list.
too expensive.
100%. Yeah.
100%.
Right. And that's why you got all the big ones in the olden days, because they were just making huge movies back in the, golden age of Hollywood. So
Yeah.
they went for it.
So these are my 5, favorites. I'm not gonna say they're the best.
Yeah. We do favorites.
Understood.
Yeah. So number 5, I had Beowulf, the animated one that
Yeah.
came out in 2008, 2010, somewhere
Robert
in there.
Zemeckis.
Is that who directed it?
Really?
90, 84% sure.
Angelina Jolie
I'll
shows
look
up
it
in
up.
super photorealistic 3D animation.
Right. Is the main guy Matt Damon?
No.
No.
Because don't they make him
think
not
so.
look like the main guy? Like,
Anyways, it's a really cool movie. I saw it in 3D in theaters. And I just remember it being funny and epic. And of course, Beowulf is one of the great historic epics of the ancient European world that has survived. And so that was pretty cool. I've never read it. I heard it's pretty boring, but
Yeah, that's fine.
Confirming Robert Zemeckis.
nice. Number 4, this might be a little controversial, but I have Passion of the Christ.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Crossed
my mind.
I mean, Mel Gibson is a horrible person. I do not endorse him. That movie, I suppose, was problematic in various ways, but you got to appreciate the commitment to accuracy. The film is in Aramaic, which is a dead language.
Yeah. Jim Caviezel just pulling out there, right?
Also complicated figure these days.
Oh.
That's right. It's extremely brutal. It's, weird and grim, but I found it extremely effective when I saw it in theaters. I haven't seen it since. Maybe it wouldn't hold up, but when I saw it, I was blown away.
Yeah, I remember liking it. I remember being like, damn, this is pretty crazy.
It's like an extremely impressive feat of filmmaking at the very least.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Number 3, I have 300.
Okay.
Yep.
About the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae.
Hell yeah.
Super stylized, but really cool. That's another kind of polarizing one. I mean, at the time, I feel like most people liked it, but
yeah, I feel like everybody loved it
a lot
at the
of
time.
Yeah.
I could definitely see how someone wouldn't, because, like you said, it's really stylized. I don't think they're even going for accuracy, really. They're just trying to tell a kick-ass story. I mean, sure. I mean, you could probably tell me better.
Or a kick chest story.
There you go.
Wow. He wrote that one down last night.
Yeah, we coordinated. Yeah, that's a good pick.
I remember being on mute at multiple parties during college. It's just good special effects fodder, Zack Snyder and all.
I'll do my 300 story now. Before anybody ever knew, well, I mean, I think it was probably a comic book, but before the wide world knew of the story of 300, I remember my Uncle John gave me a book about the Battle of Thermopylae, and it was like a dramatic telling of it. You know what I mean? I don't think it was historic. I think it was told in novel style. And he was like, you have to read this and make this into a movie. Because this is the craziest story that's never been made in a movie. Nobody's ever even heard of this story.
He sent a letter to Steven Spielberg.
Oh, that's what, yeah.
He was like, you should make this movie. And unfortunately, Steve wasn't taking his calls, but,
Yeah. And then it was literally 2 years later.
Yeah, then they made that
dropped.
movie. So Uncle John, ahead of his time as always.
Sorry.
Crazy.
Continue, Kyle.
All right, number 2, pretty non-controversial pick, Gladiator. It's
Hell yeah.
fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Haven't seen it recently, but I loved it at the time. And then number 1, this might surprise y'all, Hero, starring Jet Li.
You've always loved Hero.
Yeah.
That is.
No, that's a good poll.
Yeah, it's about sort of the unification of ancient imperial China.
Yeah.
I actually just saw it screened on the big screen here in San Francisco.
Sick.
It's a fantastic, beautiful movie with crazy colors and really interesting score, great martial arts. It's just a beautiful movie with a cool, interesting message and politics, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it.
That's a really good one. I'm a little bit jealous.
You mentioned it, and you brought it up at some point in our talks and our texts.
I missed it.
And I was like, ooh, nice, Hero.
I didn't read your guys' text.
That's fine.
I'm just joking. I just missed it. All right.
Nice list, Kyle.
Very nice list. Am I next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Number 5, I've got Hercules.
Yep. I thought it may be a long list.
Disney comedy musical. Great music. Whoa! Not a Hercules guy?
It's not among my favorites of the Disney films.
It might make my top 10 Disney movies.
All right, settle down.
All
What's
right,
your number 4?
sorry. Number 4, I did Life of Brian. That movie's hilarious.
Made my
Love
list.
I might like it more than Holy Grail. It's just kind of more. I don't know. It's bigger and I don't know. It's just hilarious.
In my research, apparently those films are pretty accurate considering they're ridiculous comedies. That's what the internet told me.
And that's the good part of Life of Brian, I think, is because they put so much money into it, and it's feels accurate. It feels like you're watching a drama about those times. Whereas Monty Python is, there's cheap tricks,
Holy Grail.
Yeah. Sorry, Holy Grail.
Yeah, I love Life of Brian as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Number 3, I've got 300. Good call there. Number 2, I've got Prince of Egypt.
Yeah.
That's all right. 2 animated movies.
Made my list.
You don't like Prince of Egypt either?
It's got the worst
Sorry, Kyle just made a
songs.
face. What?
No, I don't.
No,
like that
there's a couple bangers in there for sure.
I haven't seen it since I was like 16. So
Really?
I can't really confirm.
Holds up, dude.
Mid.
Damn. Oh. And number 1, I got Gladiator.
Gladiator. Nice.
Okay. I'm going to plow through mine because I have 9. But number 8 was a tie with Life of Brian and History of the World Part 1. I put both comedies in there.
Yeah.
Number 8, I heard Hercules. Number 7, I had Year One, which is that weird, stupid comedy.
That movie
but
sucked.
I kind of thought it was funny.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it since the theaters when it came out, but I laughed.
All right.
Where am I at? Next one, I got Troy. So this is kind of like a sentimental. No, I actually, I could see Kyle's face, and I actually agree with him.
It almost made my list.
But I do have a sentimental value because when we went to the theaters, I went with all my Minkus buddies, and there was a guy that kept talking in the theater, and we told him, hey, we're like, hey man, shut up, we're trying to watch the movie. And afterwards, he and his buddy confronted us. There was like 6 of us and 2 of them, and they both had like, I remember they both looked the same. They both had like dreadlocks, a little bit heavier, and they were like, hey man, were you the ones? We were like, yeah, you were talking. We were trying to watch the movie, and like we're about to call Sasquatch up in here and get Sasquatch, and we're like, what do you mean? And they're like, you're gonna have to wait for Sasquatch, and I was like, we are not going to wait for Sasquatch. We're gonna leave, and so a sentimental favorite. That's my Sasquatch Troy story.
Wow. That's
Achilles. Yeah. So then number 4, I had Prince of Egypt, mid. Apparently.
No
Number
way, dude.
3, I had Spartacus.
No
really
way,
good.
dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Really long.
Yeah, I know I've seen it, and I remember it being good, but it was a long time ago.
It's really. I watched it for the first time this week, and it was. Come on, let's wrap this up.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Don't.
4 hours.
It's long.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch.
It was good though.
I'm going to go watch Gladiator.
Well, right. Number 2, I had Ben-Hur. Similar vibes, similar length, similar everything. Very good though, and really impressive to see what they did at the time. And number 1, I had Gladiator because it just fucking rocks.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Let's take a break. Okay, welcome back to the long list. All right, next up we got. Should we tell the people all of the eras?
No,
Let's
Okay,
just
okay.
keep them on the seat of their.
Got it.
Whatever.
Cool. Next up we got medieval films / Middle Ages, medieval times. Who's going first? Josh, take it away.
I'll go first. I had something on medieval as like an anecdote, but I can't remember what it is now. So, I will be cutting that part out of the podcast.
Maybe.
Oh, I remember what it was. I was with my friend Jason, who I don't think you know, and my wife, and we were in the car. We were getting food somewhere. This is 15 years ago. And they both thought the ELO song Evil Woman was Medieval Woman.
Oh.
And I had to like convince them that was not true. And so now every time I type out medieval, which is more than you would think, I always think of Evil Woman by ELO. Anyway.
Got it.
All right. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. The long list. Okay, number 7. Going with the king with my guy, Timmy Chalamet. Netflix movie a few years back. I think I'm one of like 9 people that likes that movie. It's good. I don't care what you say. Number 6. I got, this has been brought up on a couple podcasts, but I got specifically the director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven, which is pretty good. Ridley Scott movie, and it's about the Crusades. What?
It made my list.
It made my list as well.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good movie. Number 5, I have Holy Grail, Monty Python and Holy Grail.
Nice.
That's a fun movie. Number 4, so it says this is a medieval movie, and it's acting like a medieval movie, but they have rifles, so I didn't know where to put it in this one and the next one. But I got Ran. And it's a Kurosawa movie in 1985, so I'd also like to make an amendment to my 1985 top 5. Take out Come and See and put in Ran.
Respect.
Yeah, It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Also, very long, but it was really good. Number 3, I got A Knight's Tale. I've mentioned that a couple times. Love that movie. If you want to have fun, just watch Knight's Tale. Number 2, I got another Kurosawa movie, Seven Samurai. Wonderful, epic, fabulous. And number 1, I have one of my favorite movies of all time, which is The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn from 1938. Yeah. Deep cuts. That's my list.
All right, I'm going to go because we might have some crossover. Number 5, I've got Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut.
Hell yeah.
If this is all going to make our list, I just think this is a good time. Actually, unless there's a list of this later for someone, maybe I save it. I didn't do battles or anything like that. Okay.
I did battles.
Okay, so I'll save it then.
Save what? Oh,
What
save
I'm
what
gonna
you're
say.
talking
Yeah,
about?
something
okay.
from that movie.
Okay.
Number
Save it.
4, I've got a Kurosawa movie, but it wasn't either one of those. I got
sick.
Rashomon.
Yeah, I bet. I almost
classic.
watched it last night.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That's the one that of his feels kind of the most modern, just because so many people ripped it off. In so many ways, it was so like fundamental to like storytelling in film. Number 3, I also had A Knight's Tale. Number 2, I had Adventures of Robin Hood.
Number 2?
Number 1, I had Braveheart, dude.
No, didn't make my list.
What?
I think I watched it too many times in college.
I've seen it. I remember it being pretty good.
What is this?
Well, also to Kyle's point earlier, I think the Mel Gibson thing
I'd
seeps
say
into my life a little bit too much when I watch
Okay,
these movies.
well, I'm going to take Braveheart over Passion of the Christ any day on that one.
That's fair. That's
enough.
fair. I almost put Lethal Weapon on here, but
All right. I like those lists. Mine, number 5, I've also got Rashomon, which I
Nice.
just saw recently for the first time. It was really good. Number 4, King Arthur with Clive Owen.
okay,
My
Keira
gosh.
Knightley.
He brought it up. What was that, the last pod?
yeah, I like that movie.
It's good.
It's good. I think we're
okay.
the only 2 people that liked, and you know what? I'm okay with that.
I'm a sucker for both Clive Owen and Keira Knightley. I mean, more Keira Knightley than Clive Owen, but
I'm a sucker for King Arthur.
yeah, that too. It's
Yeah.
a good movie. All the like boiling oil and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the cool.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's good.
It's a good flick. Number 3, I'm surprised this didn't make it to your list. Maybe you haven't seen it. The Northman.
Oh, I'm surprised I haven't seen it.
I like that movie.
That's a really cool movie. It's a super realistic Viking movie where they recreated like real Viking rituals, or Norse, I should say.
Yeah.
Vikings are not
It's okay.
people.
Well, actually, you're the historian, so maybe it isn't okay from in your circle. I don't know.
But anyways, that's a really intense movie. It's crazy and like there's no let up from the beginning to the end. It's extremely intense,
Yep.
but it's really interesting.
We brought it up on the last podcast, which to this point hasn't been released. I really respect Robert Eggers. I just don't dig his aesthetic in his movies that much.
I don't think I've seen any of his other ones, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing for me. I don't dislike it, but didn't make the list.
Number 2, I had Kingdom of Heaven, which I loved.
Yep.
I don't know about the director's cut of it all. And then number 1, if you haven't seen this movie, you absolutely must. I have The Secret of Kells.
Oh, yeah, that you texted that to us. I
haven't,
haven't seen
actually.
it.
I heard it's great.
Okay, I'm
I
embarrassed.
believe it won. Did it win for Best Animated Film of that year?
I think it did.
It definitely got nominated.
It should have won if it didn't. It's an incredible animated film about Ireland, and it's when like the British have arrived and are conquering Ireland. But it's just like a really cool sort of magical realism, really interesting
Love magical
animation
realism
style,
films.
cool music. It's a fantastic film, and I highly recommend it.
No, I'm excited to check it out. You gave us a heads up on that, but I just didn't. I just wasn't able to get to it. Bad job by me.
Got nominated. Didn't win. Moving on.
Are we just plowing right through lists?
I think
Do
Yeah.
you have any preamble to add to it?
No.
Okay.
keep
Just
pushing
going for it, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, here's one. So we could talk. I think we all did historical comedies. There might be some crossover here if we want to do this now.
Or actually, maybe.
Wait.
Well, no, I was just gonna say maybe as a slightly more topical from what as a good transition because I just mentioned The Secret of Kells. I also prepared a list of top 5 animated historical films.
Do it, dude.
Do it.
Do the
So
list.
I'll just run it real quick.
Is Hercules on it?
I doubt it.
No, absolutely not.
Is Prince of Egypt on it?
No.
Is Secret of the Kells on it?
Yeah, Secret of Kells. So I have Secret of Kells and Beowulf, which I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
Loving Vincent.
I don't even know what that is. Oh,
about-
that's the Vincent Van Gogh one where they
Yes.
paint. Oh, yeah. I never saw it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm stealing your show.
Yes, it's about the last days of Vincent Van Gogh's life, but it's animated in the style of Van Gogh paintings.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
really cool.
seeing the
good
previews for that's a good pick. That's a cool.
Uh,
Kyle.
and then I've got Road to El Dorado, which is
Oh,
also going to be mentioned in another list.
Responsible for the both meme, the both gif. Anyway, look it up.
Better than Prince of Egypt.
And then I guess this wasn't really in a particular order. So for my last one, I'll go Anastasia, which I love.
That was a good one.
I don't really remember it.
We were just talking about that today because we watched a YouTube "Do You Know Your History" clip just to get up on the vibes. I watched it with the kids, and one of them was I don't even know the guy's name, but the Tsar of Russia that got overthrown in 1917, and they're like, "Is that the Anastasia guy?" I was like, "Yeah, it is. Pretty good, kids."
Honorable mentions to Balto, Pocahontas, Mulan.
Balto's sick. Big one in this house.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my animated list.
Good job.
But we can keep it pushing to the early modern era.
Cool. Moving on to the early modern era, Kyle, do you have anything to say about it?
I mean, it's a capacious category. Historians argue about when it starts, when it ends. So we're just basically using it as a catch-all. I call it the early modern Europe, age of exploration, and the colonial Americas. Those are obviously all very Eurocentric framings, but all of these are pretty Eurocentric movies that I choose. So
Right. There were a lot of those.
Most of mine are, yeah.
I would
All
love
of
to
them
know
are.
what else is going on in the world in the 1650s or whatever, but
Also, shout out to capacious. Nice vocab word. Look at the big brains on bread.
Dr. J.
I'm going to go first. I feel like mine's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's a lot of surprises. Maybe. Number 5, I've got The New World.
I got
Haven't
thoughts
seen
on
it.
this one.
I'd like to hear them, and I honestly don't think I disagree. But I mean, I don't know yet. But like, I think I maybe wanted to like this movie a little more than I did, but I kind of got mad respect for it still. I think there aren't a lot of movies that have tried to do it yet. So, how many movies, other than Pocahontas, do you got?
It was on my list, and I didn't get to it, unfortunately. But it seemed like it's a polarizing movie. A lot of people love it. A lot of people don't love it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with Jack, where like there's much to appreciate. It's one of the most historically accurate.
That's good.
Oh,
to
that's
know.
cool.
Yeah.
Like it's very, and it's also a good like revisionist sort of corrective to a lot of the mythology around that time period. So it's a good, important, well-made film. It's very pretty.
Very pretty.
It's also one of the only movies that I've ever dozed off in.
Really?
Like, I found it pretty boring. Like, my parents, talk about polarizing. My parents loved that movie. And I used to always make fun of them because it's like half of the movie is just like shots of guys' fingers running through blades of grass.
All of his movies
Yeah.
are exactly like that. Just like
Terrence Malick is
Terrence
Yeah.
Malick, yes.
But another Colin Farrell appearance, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's.
Look at our guy.
I would like to see it again. I bet I would like it more now. But at the time, I was like, this is boring
It's been a
as
while
hell.
since I've seen it.
It was also like 400 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah,
and I
it's-
was like, I just watched Spartacus and Ran and everything. I was like, oh my God.
Anyways, back to your list. Sorry.
Yeah. Number 4, this might be controversial. I got The Patriot.
That is controversial.
Yeah, I would agree. That is controversial. Has some moments.
Mel Gibson's getting a lot of love on this podcast.
Last podcast, I definitely did a quiz, and all my cast that I brought up started with John Voight, and as I was doing it, I was like, John Voight. Maybe I should have picked someone else, but anyway.
I'll concede that I loved it at the time.
I think maybe that's what I'm shouting out. Also,
At the time, it came
Revolutionary War, surprisingly not represented
Very
in film.
down.
underrepresented.
I have it on a list.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but my problem with it is mostly like cheesy music and like slow-mo and stuff.
The slow-mo isn't great. Okay, number 4, The Patriot. Number 3, just watched this one for the first time. I was pretty sold. Elizabeth. Have you seen it?
No, I have not seen Elizabeth. I want to see it.
It's pretty darn good. I'll say
I haven't seen it either. I'm sorry.
it's pretty like dark. And there's like a little bit of a lull, but it really like surprisingly lands the plane at the end, and in a very 90s way. Like there's a really good montage, like a flash montage of like the things that you've seen in the film, which I've always loved. Yeah, and incredible. Kate Blanchett's is incredible. Number 2, I did Master and Commander. Does that fit here? Yeah. Number 2, I did Master and Commander. We've talked about that a lot. So
It's going to come up again.
Okay.
go, Kyle.
It's another movie that, it has many merits.
What?
I personally think it's extremely boring.
Hot takes welcome.
I don't really like sea movies, which is funny because I write about maritime history.
There's a limit to our friendship now.
Yeah. No, I like the stuff in the Galapagos.
Colonial trade routes over here.
Yeah.
I don't like sea movies.
I know.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't.
When was the last time you've seen it?
A long time ago. I would see it again, but people are always recommending the book to me too. Like, I was like,
book?
have you read Master and Commander? Oh, do you love Master and Commander? I'm like,
No. Stop talking to me about it.
But I'll watch it again sometime and give it another shot. I do like Paul Bettany.
People have said to you when talking about your focus, have you seen Master and Commander?
Yeah.
Cool. Made my list. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not your list for getting stoked for his movie.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, that's the one I was referencing.
Damn.
Nice try.
That's the one I'm going to cut out. Just kidding.
Number 1, I've got Shakespeare in Love.
Okay.
I love this movie. I think it literally comes up another, so I can wait to talk about it. But rewatched it. That is another movie. This one more so. My big thing is I think it's like maybe top 5 endings of a movie. It just gets me so stoked once that play starts. It's just like, I'm just smiling ear to ear. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
Very historically inaccurate, but like that's
Yes.
the point. Also, Joseph Fiennes, who is also in Elizabeth, as essentially kind of a more dramatic, but that dude overacts.
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time.
He does. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
I believe
are
you.
you a clown?
Mel Gibson and Harvey Weinstein movies dotted all over your... I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Low-hanging fruit. Had to do it.
Yeah. I guess Shakespeare in Love didn't age well because of that.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Never seen it.
Wow.
It's good. I think it's always like pitted up against the...
He's, very interested in theater and things like that.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. I feel like it gets unfairly bashed because it beat Saving Private Ryan for Best Picture, and everybody is all up in arms about that. Which, whatever. But it's a good movie.
All right, should I go next?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Number 5, I had The Road to El Dorado, but since you guys both panned it,
I on record, I did not pan it.
Okay.
That was all Jack.
I think The Road to El Dorado is a really good depiction of the colonial encounter.
There you
We
go.
don't call it the conquest anymore, but the encounter with Cortez and indigenous peoples. And I think it's a pretty interesting movie. But I'll give a deep cut, one that I saw in school many years ago called Black Robe, which is about
Don't know
like
it.
Jesuit missionaries in Canada, New France,
Oh,
in like the 17th century. It's pretty interesting. It's weird, but it's a pretty good movie. Number 4, another one I'm sure you guys have not seen. Although you see a lot of movies. It's called The Duel. Sorry. There's a couple of movies called The Duel. This is based on an Anton Chekhov short story, and it takes place like on this like a pretty sea of like I don't know some sea in Russia, but it's about like a duel between two. I don't even remember what it's about really, but it's good. I love Chekhov, and I love period pieces in the early 19th century. So
I'm thinking of The Duelists. Never mind.
yeah, it's a different movie, but The Duel, it was like a hidden gem. Nobody really saw it, but for some reason my sister and I did in theaters, and I thought it was great.
Okay. Cool.
Number 3, I have Marie Antoinette, which is a movie I love. I've already spoken well of Sofia Coppola. Josh is making a face like he doesn't like Marie Antoinette.
I don't like that movie.
I like it. I think it's a great pick.
Yeah, it's got a cool soundtrack.
Good job.
It's really pretty. I've always been a fan of Kirsten Dunst. Jason Schwartzman's in it. for some
Yeah,
reason.
it's like kind of like goofy and just has like different vibes, which I think really do lend to the point.
And
that's like doing things in an abstract way with a purpose.
And have you been to Versailles?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yeah, well, then you get it.
It's incredible.
So I think it's pretty cool to just see a movie that was obviously filmed there.
Right.
And then number 1, I mean, The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that didn't make my list.
I guess they did a remake a few years ago, which I was shocked and horrified.
think
It came out last year.
Oh,
yeah.
was it good?
It's
It got
supposed to
good
be really
reviews,
good.
but I won't ever need another movie.
That's how I feel.
It's in French, too.
Oh.
So I kind of want, like, since the French are doing it, I'm kind of like, okay, your source material, I'll check it out. I haven't yet, but I hear
left
it's
off
really
a
good.
couple like fictional things from my top 5s. I bumped those first probably and picked more historical ones sometimes. But I love The Count of Monte Cristo.
I do, too, and I'm actually surprised I forgot about it.
It's a good flick.
It's a
I
really
showed
good
it
one.
to
More
my
Jim
most
Caviezel.
recent watch. I knew he was going to come up again because of that. My most recent watch was with Tommy T for his first time, and I was like really excited because I'm like, oh man, there's no way he's not going to like this movie, and he has like no idea at this point, and he loved it. Of course, it was great.
We watched it with the kids a few years back, and it was probably
Whoa.
a little bit too early.
Yeah,
And they were like, we don't get it. And I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not going to explain it to you anymore. So that was a tough one for me.
It really made prison in the early modern period look rough.
yeah.
I'm sure it was.
What's it called?
Our guy Richard Harris,
Yeah. I forget what the...
Ile de
Chateau d'If.
Chateau d'If. Good pull.
So yeah, that's
Way
my
back
list.
into the memory
What
bank.
you got, Josh?
All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the sixth one is kind of like, So Hamilton, ? The live Broadway play that they put on Disney Plus for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts, but I put it on there because we watched it a lot in this house.
I've only seen it on stage. I haven't seen the film version, but it's fantastic.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's the same. They didn't make a film of
right.
it. They just showed, but that's certainly one of Becky's favorites, and so we watched it a bunch. Lily loved it.
I'm pro Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not pro Hamilton the man.
No.
I just read a whole essay about his involvement in slavery, but that's another subject for another day.
They didn't cover that too much in
Yeah.
the play. So, got to leave some things out, I guess. Number 5, I have The Three Musketeers, 1993 version. I unapologetically love that movie, and I've brought it up many times.
Top 5 candy bar as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Number 4, I have Last of the Mohicans. Michael Mann film. Early, what?
I've never seen it all the way through. I've seen like parts of it on television mixed up a bunch of times.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
Never done the whole.
I saw it not too long ago, and I thought it was horrible.
Oh,
I know it's a hot take. I know it's beloved.
Okay. That's welcome.
I don't know.
It is beloved. A lot of people hyped me on it. I mean, I love DDL. He's always good, but no, I don't like it.
Fair enough. I like the score too.
It's super interesting that it's a Michael Mann movie
Yeah.
who makes like gritty crime things and
They did have some car theft in it. Number 3, I have The Seahawk, which is another Errol Flynn movie from, I think, 1940. And it's basically, Kyle, I think you're going to love it. It's a seafaring venture. And it's basically about British privateers that were like trying to stop is it Spanish colonization of the world? And because they were building up their armada. And it's awesome.
swashbuckling.
Yeah, but then there's like some slower parts too. It's like, pick it up. We just want to see some sword fights and cannons.
All movies on boats have slow parts. If you've ever been on a boat, you know why.
There's some slow parts. Pick it up, dudes. Number 2, again, not sure if I have this in the right time
Here we
period,
go.
but I have Barry Lyndon, which is a phenomenal film, Stanley Kubrick. I don't know how enjoyable it is from a story standpoint. I mean, it is, but like it's like you're watching, every frame is like a painting. It's just a really, like, if you just want to look at it from the aesthetic point of view,
Stanley
it's
Kubrick,
one
man.
of the best movies you can look at. Like, if you turn the sound down, first of all, it's really long, but if you turn the sound down and you didn't even watch the story, it would still be a compelling thing to look at. It's really, really good. And number 1, I had Master and Commander because I love that movie like Jack.
Yep.
And I won't apologize for it.
The Galapagos scenes get a pass.
Oh, get it pass. Got it. I thought you meant like got to pass. I'm like, what? I'm
No.
beeping. You hear about that Galapagos movie coming out?
No.
That is a true story starring Jude Law and a bunch of other random people. About
Remind me. I
people
think you told me about
I think it's
this.
like the first people like Europeans who like showed up and checked it out or whatever, and I don't think that matches up time wise. Anyways, they get trapped there, and it's like a survival movie where they're all trapped on an island.
I'm in.
Which is the Galapagos. Moving on, Kyle. Next, you had the Gilded Age / Progressive Era / World War One.
Actually,
No.
skipped-
Whoa.
Sorry, skipped a big one. Next was Antebellum Civil War era. Apologies.
Yeah, I'll go first. Why not? So we're back in my wheelhouse of the U.S. history world.
Jack and I are about to
Want a
get
vamp?
rocked.
You want to cook on some era things that you want to mention here?
No. I
Okay,
mean, I think it's a troubled period in American life.
I would
Also
agree.
think this one has obviously more text, if you will, but there could be more Civil War movies.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to one I just saw for the first time. Didn't make my list, but was actually pretty good. Which was Harriet, the Harriet Tubman.
Oh yeah,
biopic.
haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
It's
That was a big one. For
yeah,
this I wanted
it's
to do.
not like perfect, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty well done. I recommend it.
Awesome.
So number 5, I had 12 Years a Slave. We've already mentioned it.
Yep.
Really good film. Number 4 is also one I just saw that I'd always heard was good, but for some reason I had never seen. Glory?
Yeah, Glory's good.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick, fantastic performance.
Denzel, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
assumed it was going to be higher on my list, but I forgot that there were actually a few that I really like from this era. Number 3, you guys were pretty down on it in one of your pods, but Gangs of New York.
Oh yeah.
I knew this was going to come up.
Yeah.
Great depiction of the 5 Points neighborhood in New York, which is a very you're going to learn about that in your U.S. history course.
Okay,
And-
so that's interesting to me because it's so stylized and it looks different that to me it just doesn't feel like it's real. So that's good that you say that as the authority on the issue.
Yeah, no, we would teach often primary sources about the 5 Points, and it was like that. Like, it was rough and rowdy, and the gangs were real. The whole competing fire departments thing is real. The offshore boxing is cool and real. I love the kind of inter-ethnic tensions between the Irish and the quote-unquote Native Americans. The stuff with the draft riots, of course, is based on a historic event, which is a really important and interesting and poorly understood
When you say
moment.
quote unquote Native Americans, are you saying that because of the Americans that called themselves Native and
Yeah.
were hating on immigrants?
Yeah, that was the nativist movement of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
1850s.
Right.
Notably the Know Nothing Party.
Right.
They took up the moniker of Native Americans.
Right. No, I thought I remember that. I just wanted to clarify because I feel like you're like a wealth of knowledge on this, and I want to make sure we explain it like a
Yeah.
5-year-old's listening,
So
which they are.
I think Gangs of New York is really good. Number 2, I had The Beguiled. I've already spoken about how much I
Yeah.
love that movie. And then number 1, had to do it to him, Gone with the Wind. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a problematic movie. People have their issues with it. It's definitely a product of its time, as we discussed, but
Yeah.
it is an epic,
Yeah.
beautifully shot. I don't even...
Boring.
Okay. Well, it's long.
It certainly made my list.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
It's a great film. It's one of the great films.
Yeah.
No, I mean, respect.
So I had to put that number 1, even though it hasn't aged as well as some of these other ones, but it was such a monumental movie at the time, and I don't know if it holds up, but it's great for what it is.
Yeah, and phenomenal filmmaking, and that part of it's kind of undeniable. Certainly holds a place in the history of cinema, and rightly so. But like you said, problematic and
Yeah, but first
that's-
black actor to ever win an Oscar,
yeah.
for a very stereotypical role, but still, it was a breakthrough.
Was I right? Are you ever going to tell me the intermission that I tried to guess that you sent me?
We haven't gotten there.
Okay.
Oh,
Copy. Well, that was one of my guesses was gone. He sent me intermission. I couldn't figure out what one of the cards, intermission cards. I didn't know what movie it was. I guess
Okay.
Gone with the Wind. He said he wasn't going to tell me.
got it.
There you go. You want to go?
Sure. So I also had 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave singular. I also had Glory. I also had Gone with the Wind. Then I had, and I know this is an issue. This is going to be an issue with Kyle apparently because you told me it was, but I had Lincoln next. Love Lincoln. I don't care. Really good.
Saw it with Kyle in the movie theater.
That's right.
We had different experiences.
It sure sounds like it.
I don't remember that being a thing immediately.
It's because you were walking out on cloud nine,
Well,
as most people were.
No, I mean, you know.
It's a fantastic performance. It's also very historically accurate. I think, if we had a list of best depictions of a historical character, I would put DDL as Lincoln up there. My problem with it is it's a movie about a bill becoming a law, so it's boring.
Yeah. A pretty important one.
That's true. That's true. But I will concede the point. But
It's like a process film, and like
I love process films.
I love when they're just like going and convincing everybody of all the different.
Tommy Lee Jones is like
cooking,
throwing 100.
Yeah.
James Spader alone, man. He's
I
in there
think
for
that's
5 minutes.
more of
I
a
love
watch at home on my couch sort of movie. I feel like in the theaters, I was like, yeah, okay, this is great, and
To
kinda
Kyle's
long.
point, it's definitely one I can watch like 30 minutes of and feel good about just turning it off
right.
and never watching the last 2/3. Then, at number 2,
Wow.
I had a tie between I did this one for my wife, and then the second one's for me. A tie between Pride and Prejudice, which I've talked about in another podcast. It's one of her favorite movies, and Little Women, which are similar vibes, but
Pride and Prejudice.
I don't know if either of those are antebellum per se.
Little Women
is
is
Civil
during
War.
the Civil War.
Oh.
I looked up Pride and Prejudice. It was between like 1812 and 1820 or something. So I might be pushing it back
Isn't
a little
it England?
bit. Yeah, but
It's
we're
still
going
during-
time periods.
Right.
Fair enough.
We're going. I didn't know we had to stick to Civil. I'm
Well,
going
this was
time
like-
periods,
hey.
historical era, not historical locations. My
This
number
was a
one.
little different.
Okay, well I didn't get that memo. So number one, you're gonna piss you guys off too. Is Amadeus? Love Amadeus.
When does that take place?
I looked it
No,
up,
it's-
man.
It's like
Maybe I'm wrong about that.
you like Amadeus more than Lincoln, also. Even
Yeah.
if they were.
Amadeus?
Oh yeah, I was way wrong.
Amadeus
It's
is good.
1780s to 1790s.
Okay, well,
I
cut out the
wasn't,
part where I
wasn't
guess.
that far off. I was late. I was like 20 years off.
Yeah, more in the early modern, the previous list. I
He
would
died
say
young. If he lived longer,
he could have made it to the antebellum
I
era.
could have made it there. Anyway, that's my list.
I've read
We
the
said
play.
the lines were blurred.
I've read the play. I've not seen the movie. Great play. It's
Which
probably
one?
my Amadeus.
Oh, I thought you said you just watched it.
I was saying I was going to watch it, but it was too long.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's my favorite playwright,
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Peter Shaver. He also did Equus and a fantastic play that should be made into a great movie about the colonial encounter called Royal Hunt of the Sun, which is
Good title.
that is a hidden gem from Broadway's past.
Cool. I've read
Okay.
Equus.
There you
Equus is
go.
fantastic. I saw Daniel Radcliffe in it.
Sick.
He was naked.
I know. All right. So I did 6. I don't know if I like this movie. In fact, I think I previously said I don't, but then I think about it sometimes and I'm like, there's some good moments. But I put down Cold Mountain. I know.
Never saw it.
Yeah.
Save it.
You could probably save it. But like, there's some good scenes and it's like a really solid antebellum Civil War movie. You know what I mean? Like there
Yeah.
aren't many
Yes.
of those. There are also a lot that are like I remember growing up thinking like, why is every Civil War movie about the Confederate Army and not the Union Army and like Glory is? But like Gettysburg and some of those other ones feels like they're like focusing on the Confederates. I always thought that was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you got to tell both sides.
Well.
And
Maybe.
Cold Mountain is an example because
Right, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. 6 Cold Mountain. 5 I did Dances with Wolves.
Oh.
Yeah. 4 I did Little Women as well. 3 I did 12 Years a Slave. 2 I did Glory, and 1 I did Lincoln, of course.
Of course.
Number 3 over here. Lincoln's like your favorite movie.
Well, I also put Amadeus number 1
Yeah,
and was
no.
kind of wrong about
Yeah.
that. So.
It's okay.
Solid list. I got to see Dances with Wolves. I've never seen it.
Oh, it's good.
solid.
It's another long one.
Yeah, it's another long one.
I would
don't
say
know how
you
much
could skip the first 30 minutes and be just fine.
Yeah.
But it's really
It's a
good.
heater in the middle.
I will say the parts that hit are like,
Yeah.
these are like my favorite parts of movies, but there is some of it that's just like, you know.
Okay, now we are on the Gilded Age, progressive era. Gilded Age, progressive era, World War One.
I'm so
you
gun-shy
put down
about
the years of this one, 1880 to 1920. Josh.
Yeah, well, I'm so nervous about my
I don't
movies
know.
that I picked now.
I'm nervous for you. All right, I'm going to go first. Number 5, I got Far and Away. Don't make me vamp on it anymore. I am confident that I like that movie, and I don't care what anybody says about it.
It made my long list.
I think my favorite Nicole Kidman role, which is saying I'm not a huge Nicole Kidman, but it works for me in this movie.
I guess.
Tom Cruise doing a little bad Irish accent.
It's not even my favorite
ending-
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman movie.
The ending is phenomenal. They're doing a land race.
Oh, that part's
Very-
good. That
It's
part's
a
cool.
Great way, very historically accurate also. I mean, other than the fictional, storytelling, but, staking your claim. It's just like crazy that they did that.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think it's Oklahoma. I
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
Far and Away.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
You can skip it.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman are Irish immigrants that come to America.
Oh, believable.
Yeah.
And they took. Oh, that was good.
Okay. Number 4, I got Titanic because it needs to be in all of the long lists at one point or another.
Yeah. Number 4.
Never seen it.
Wow.
The last
Not
person on
even-
earth who hasn't
No,
seen Titanic.
well, now you are. We did the podcast
Man.
with Adam last week, and he just saw it for the first time. And we're like, I think you're the last person to not see Titanic. No, we found another.
And how have you listened to like 7 episodes of our podcast and haven't been at least once remotely intrigued?
Well, they got the little 30-second button you can click.
Oh.
Skip ahead.
Yeah. True.
Oh, we've
Got
been
us.
burned.
We've been burned. Number 3, I got Paths of Glory. Kubrick again.
Yeah.
His first question mark? I don't know. It was early Kubrick. That's a big one that like everybody says is great. And I was like, is this really going to be that good? And it absolutely was. Number 2, I did There Will Be Blood. That's right.
Yeah.
Number 1, I did Lawrence of Arabia
Yeah.
because I think it's,
You don't, yeah. You're good.
There's nothing to argue.
it's one of
Yeah.
the greatest.
Yeah.
It really is one of the greatest.
We accept.
It's worth people. If you haven't seen it, that one is worth the time. Put in the time because it really is good all the way through. Maybe
It
a little
really is.
lull in there somewhere, but
Not
as soon
much.
as soon as you think the action is going down,
They do
then
something
then
other.
then it's like
Yeah.
super crazy mental games and
I watched that for the second time last night and this morning. Only the second time. And the first time I watched it was at Becky's Ortega house, if you remember that house. And she had a little square box TV that was maybe 10 inches long. And I watched it when she fell asleep. I was like, this movie's kind of long and boring. And it was just because I was watching it on a TV this big.
Yeah.
So on this TV, on the Blu-ray, I was like, oh,
it's
different
good on-
animal.
It's good on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it was really good. And I knew it was really good and it was fine. But I was just, I threw that on because I'd seen it and I was working on my document and I didn't want to pay attention to something too much, but I just couldn't stop watching it. And to your point, it's very, very long. It's like almost 4 hours long, but you're not bored. It's wonderful throughout. Really good.
Kyle, hit us.
Okay. Number 5. I struggle with this 5th spot because I want to give a special shout out. I just saw 1917 for the first time.
So did I.
It's good. It's well done. Didn't really grab me. I mean, it's just a guy in the trenches like, oh, it looked like it sucked to be in the trenches. Like,
You
for
are-
show, but
Hitting my opinion to the T.
it's well done though.
It is very
It's
well
really
done.
well done. I kind of liked it. I think
I didn't dislike it.
I think the third act was
I'm
a
the
little
same way.
meh, but then like the very ending got me. I got like choked up in,
Yeah.
in the last little scene, and I was like, okay, at least I was at least emotionally. And also, there aren't a whole lot of World War I movies.
True.
So it was good to see it represented.
I agree with you on that.
He
Got
was
me back
intriguing.
on the
I
last
liked
scene.
him a lot.
It kind of felt like a video game. Like he was just going to each next thing
Yeah.
and handling that.
And
I was just
sometimes
like,
it
I
worked
don't
and
feel like
sometimes
I'm
it
one.
didn't.
Right, exactly. But overall, like you said, very well done. The last scene did get me back. It wasn't bad. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to doing the shooting something so it looks like it's all one shot. The con is you can only get so much in there.
So much.
Yeah.
Right.
It did feel like,
Sometimes it was limited. It limited the story.
well, not only that, but like I felt it unrealistic that these things were like this many things were happening in like a 2-hour period. I know it wasn't really 2-hour period. Like they knock him out at one point and he's supposed to be sleep, but like his wakefulness is about 2 hours, and that's just like, come on, like I don't buy that.
Interesting.
But
I'm surprised that I didn't feel that way.
It felt like a little bit of a gimmick at a certain point.
Yes,
It's like,
I
we're
agree
just
with
doing
that.
this to do this. The long one shot. I'm sorry. I just hijacked your list.
No, you good. So I instead chose a different World War I movie to stick in there. Gallipoli. Mel Gibson makes another appearance.
I've never seen it.
I've seen the majority of it. We watched it in high school for one of our classes. Solid.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good
Good
movie.
trench warfare.
Yeah, and the guy's a sprinter, and so he's like the message deliverer in the trenches. And it's based on a really horrific battle where a lot of people were mowed down by machine guns. It's a really interesting movie. Number 4, I had Ragtime,
Nice.
which is based on a novel that also became a musical later that Jack and I were in high school. But it sort of tells vaguely interwoven stories of figures in sort of turn of the century New York and upstate New York. Harry Houdini is involved, and it's Henry Ford. Yes. So it's sort of a story about a nation coming of age and grappling with the social tensions of the Gilded Age.
Yeah. It's a great musical.
Yeah, the musical is definitely better than the movie and the book, but I think all three are quite good.
That'd be cool if they made a movie of the musical.
Well, the musical is coming back to Broadway this fall.
Nice.
For a limited engagement. I would love to go. We'll see about that. Number 3, in the very exact genre of Lawrence of Arabia, I had one that I just saw, which is what I sent you a picture of the intermission from.
Oh, I figured when he said the intermission, I thought you might have meant Lawrence of Arabia.
I know, but I knew it wasn't because of the style, the writing.
Okay.
So this was from 4 years later, exact same genre, which is sort of imperialists in crisis in foreign lands. Khartoum,
Okay.
1966,
Cartoon.
starring Charlton Heston and Laurence Olivier. Laurence Olivier is in blackface as the leader of an Islamist revolution in Sudan.
Okay.
And the British General Gordon, played by Charlton Heston, is supposed to evacuate the Egyptians from Khartoum, which is besieged by this Islamist uprising. And so it's sort of one messianic religious figure against Gordon, who's like also kind of a Christian fanatic as well. But it's a really interesting movie. It's a product of its times, like I said, but it's worth seeing. I felt like it had a big influence on The Mummy, which is also one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah. You're in a safe place there.
Yeah, it came up in my thoughts. I was like, is the Mummy historical? Like,
Yeah, it's like
where does this fall into
How
any
do
of
I
these
fit in
lists?
the
How
Mummy?
do I fit
Yeah.
in the Mummy?
So I think I would recommend Khartoum. It's actually a pretty darn good movie.
Okay.
Blackface aside, and that is a pretty big caveat.
Sounds like Mel Gibson's in
It's
it.
the name of the horse in Godfather.
That's right.
Its head cut.
Cartoon.
That's right.
Take him out to stud.
And it's funny, after I watched this movie, like it had a suggested viewing like on the streaming app, and there's like 20 of these movies that are all in the exact same genre of like British imperialists in crisis, and Zulu and like all these other ones.
Zulu. I've seen some of Zulu.
Yeah, but there's like a ton of these movies.
Wow.
It's like my dad's favorite genre of movie.
That's awesome.
Number 2, Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
I mean,
Say no more.
say no more. And then number 1, I had There Will Be Blood.
Nice.
Which I think it really counts because it's based on a novel that was written by a firsthand witness to the early oil industry and that time period. And I was reading up about like to what extent it was Oil, the novel by Upton Sinclair, was used by Paul Thomas Anderson. He was saying it was like big for inspiring him, even though he deviated from it in a lot of ways. But it kind of like helped him grasp that moment and what the oil industry was like in that period.
Yeah.
So
It feels like he was very successful at doing that, even though I haven't read the book, but
Yeah.
feel like I got it.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies, and it's really cool and interesting. And like, I don't know if you guys considered that a Western. I didn't get around to that episode, but if
We left it off.
I would
We
say,
talked about it for a while.
to me, that's like my favorite, what I would consider a Western.
Yeah,
We purposely left it off because
I forget why we did
it's
it.
one of my favorite movies, so it's going to come up on a lot of pods.
I think that's why we did it. We knew we would be talking about it at some point, so we kind of like put a few movies out there. Like, we're not going to put these on the list, and this is why. But it's definitely a Western, and it's definitely awesome. And we're going to go for 3 for 3 on this. So I did put 1917 in, even though I said those other things. I maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know. Number 5. Number 4, I had Legends of the Fall. I've also have problems with this
Wow.
movie.
I'm surprised that made your.
Well, I didn't
top
have
5.
a whole lot of options in this era.
Legends of Fall, tough hang.
It's a
Great
little-
music. I've been listening to the soundtrack all week. Actually,
It's a phenomenal.
It's such a
soundtrack.
good score. James Horner.
Number 3, I had Lawrence of Arabia. Number 2, I had There Will Be Blood, and number 1, I had Titanic.
There you go.
So there you go. We're
We're
in
all speaking the same
lockstep.
language. All right, I think we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're
think
gonna
that's a
do
good idea.
World War II, which is gonna be a big one. Well,
yes.
yes. All right.
Well, what did we do? Roaring 20s as well. I did.
I did do a list for it, but if we're running too long, we can skip it. If you want.
We're gonna do it.
All right. Okay. Well, after World War One comes the Roaring Twenties and the Great Depression, and I think they pair well together because it's the yin
Right.
and the yang.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll go first on this one.
Go for it.
Number 5, I had Chinatown.
Oh.
Universally considered a classic. I do like it. The last time I watched it, I was teaching it, and I had some qualms, but I was also kind of drunk. So
Whoa. Cool. That
Maybe.
sounds like a fun.
I'm pretty sure I saw it on the big screen for the first time I saw it. So it's a beautiful movie. It's cool. And it's, I lived in LA for a long time. It's a classic LA movie. Number 4, I had Bonnie and Clyde, which is also considered a cinematic classic, but I feel like kind of slips through the cracks. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is
It doesn't get talked about that much.
It is a wonderful movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Number 3, one I know that neither of you have seen, but is one of my faves in recent years, Gatsby.
I have seen Gatsby.
Oh, you have seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you said skip it.
Yeah.
Wrong. It's great.
Me and Kyle talked about this in private. He was not happy with that take.
That's fine. That's
No.
good.
Gatsby
Good.
is a fantastic movie and a good book. You might have heard.
Don't like the book either.
I can think of another Roaring 20s movie better than Gatsby.
I could think of 5.
All right. Moving slightly towards the Great Depression. Number 2, I had Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
Which I was also surprised was not on your guys' 2000s list, but is
I think that was a
That was a miss.
miss.
that's a fantastic movie with a great soundtrack and Coen Brothers, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And then number 1, another one that you guys also had less than kind things to say, which is Killers of the Flower Moon.
We're getting. Oh well.
Yeah, I'll take Killers with the Flower Moon.
And it's based on
It actually
really,
came up in another list.
It's based on a horrific true story.
Yeah.
And I think it's a wonderful piece of filmmaking. So
I was
I-
loving that movie for like a lot of it.
I also think it's a wonderful piece of filmmaking. It's just not one that I particularly enjoy, which is a thing I have a lot with
I
Martin
just had
Scorsese
some problems
movies.
with the storytelling towards the end more. Like specific little things that I didn't
Yeah,
really like the way that they did. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
that's my list.
We're pro. Okay, for my number 6, we'll call it an honorable mention because I'm kind of cheating a little bit, and I went Midnight in Paris, which is they go back to the Roaring 20s, and I really like that movie. How many problematic people that are involved with movies can we bring up?
Hey man, Hollywood is a dark place.
It's a dark place. Oh man. Number 5, I had
How do you feel about Woody Allen? I mean, not like that.
not his personal life.
Yeah.
No comments.
Okay. At any point did you enjoy Woody Allen movies in your lifetime?
I've enjoyed many of his films.
Okay.
I've also not enjoyed some of his films.
Oh, of
Same.
course.
But that's what happens when you make one every year.
Yeah, right, exactly. Number 5, excuse me, I have The Untouchables, which is a prohibition, so it might be a little bit later. No?
Prohibition.
Prohibition movie. It's a Brian De Palma film. It's awesome. Kevin Costner's a star. Great action thriller. Number 4, I have Some Like It Hot.
Yeah.
Which is a really funny. What's that guy's name?
Jack Lemmon.
Thank you, Jack Lemmon. I actually don't know the other guy's name, but he's a famous actor. I can't think of it at the moment. And Marilyn Monroe's in it. It's really funny.
Really good.
Yeah, it's really good. We actually watched it again with the kids the other night. Becky picked it for her movie night. Kids didn't like it.
Nice little gangster scene, and little speakeasy. That's the word I'm looking for. In the first scene.
Number 3, again, I think I'm a little bit after here, but I just love this movie, and it just came out, and that is Sinners. It's fucking sick.
That works.
I think they're still in Prohibition there. They might not be, but it's also Awesome
right,
Vampires. Right. Number 2, I have Miller's Crossing.
Nice.
Really good Coen Brothers gangster movie. And number 1, I had Singing in the Rain, which is a really good
good pick.
Movie about the history of cinema in the Roaring 20s. It's really awesome.
Nice.
Really, really good.
Okay. I didn't make a list. Oh, no, you did say Something Like a Hot. But so far in my head, I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to mention it. But I got to shout out Babylon.
Oh, yeah. Babylon.
That movie is crazy. You haven't heard this pod yet. But
the pod that will be coming out in 2 weeks.
Damien Chazelle film Babylon about the Roaring 20s. It's absolutely unhinged. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're doing World War II.
Hey everybody, as you probably already guessed, this episode ran a little long for our liking to release in one part, and we really liked all the conversations, especially coming from Kyle, so we didn't want to chop anything up. So we're just going to make this into an unplanned 2-part episode, and because it's unplanned, we probably won't wait till next week. We'll probably release at some point tomorrow. So stay tuned for part 2 of History on Film, and thanks for listening.